Oral questions, questions orales, l'honorable député.
The honourable member for Mégantic, l'érable Lotbinière. While families struggle to pay groceries every month, this Liberal Prime Minister continues to max out the national credit card to fund one scandal after another. $300 million wasted on prescribed IT, $200 million for launch pad on lands that cost lease for practically nothing, $742 million to take firearms away from law-abiding hunters. The result? Higher costs, higher taxes, more debt, more inflation. Gas prices have jumped 28.6%. Grocery costs continue to squeeze families. When will this Liberal Prime Minister stop his credit card-fueled budgets? The Honourable Government House Leader, Mr. Speaker, early this morning, before this member or others even rose, that Canada announced that we are back in the business of making military jets. We have announced we're going to be making exports in LNG towards Europe. These are incredible partnerships with Europe. These are incredible partnerships that will create jobs here in Canada and opportunities. And that is how we will build this country. The honourable member for Mégantic, l'érable Lotbinière. Mr. Speaker, like all the other announcements from the Liberals, Canadians will soon be realizing it's all smoke and mirrors. Every time they make an announcement, Mr. Speaker, it just doesn't come true. But Canadian families, they are working harder than ever. But why are they getting poorer just the same? Why? Because this Liberal government is spending taxpayers' money as if there were no limit on the credit card, billions on failed programs. Families are spending incredible amounts just to feed and house themselves. Will he stop spending on his cronies and stop taking care of the real people? The Honourable Industry Minister. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Indeed, my colleague just referred to good news. Good news here for more than 3,000 people who will be getting jobs thanks to this new partnership between Saab and Bombardier. We will finally have a surveillance aircraft not only for Canada and for the CAF, but also for the entire world. The United Arab Emirates, France, several other countries throughout NATO are interested in buying that aircraft that will finally be built in Canada by Canadians.
Member for Long Range Mountain.
Mr. Speaker, costly Liberal policies drive inflation up, forcing Canadians to pay more for gas, food and rent. Don't take my word for it. April stats prove it. Inflation, gas prices and food prices are all up, yet the Liberal Prime Minister keeps spending $290 million for the failed prescribed IT scandal, $200 million for a gravel space pad in the Liberal riding, $742 million for a failed gun grab. More costs, more taxes, more debt, more on the national credit card. This Prime Minister is just another costly Liberal with nothing to show for his waste. When will he stop?
Hear, hear.
Honourable Government House Leader.
You know what Canadians are not talking about? Whatever is written by the Leader of the Opposition for that member. You know what they are talking about? The first ever long-term contract for liquid natural gas off our West Coast, a partnership with Indigenous peoples, a partnership that lasts, a partnership with our allies, and all before noon, Mr. Speaker, the first ever deal with Sweden to manufacture military aircraft here in Canada. 3,000 jobs. That's just before noon. We're just getting going.
The honourable member for Long Range Mountain.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians don't want empty promises and empty announcements. He can deflect, but the reality is rent has skyrocketed after years of costly Liberal housing failures. Energy prices rise because this Liberal government's identity is punishing Canadian energy and targeting regular families. With this Liberal Prime Minister, it's more cost, more inflation, and more of the same. He's just another Liberal. Will he finally admit his tax and spend agenda has failed, stop using the credit card, and support the Conservative plan to make Canada affordable again?
The Honourable Minister of Fisheries and Oceans.
I have good news for that member. Almost $1 billion for small craft harvest. The member may not speak to her constituents. They speak to me. They are excited. They see this as an opportunity, and I invite the minister to speak to her constituents, or the member to speak to her constituents.
for York Durham.
To describe a gullible listener, we used to say, I've got some swampland in Florida for you. But thanks to the Minister of Defence, now we can say a Canadian version. I've got a gravel pit in Nova Scotia for you. At a low cost of just $200 million, the Liberals are trying to build a spaceport. The problem is the company that's leasing it is paying just $13,000, and construction will only cost $70 million. So if the construction is $70 million and the lease is only $13,000, why are Canadians forking out $200 million?
The Honourable Minister of National Defence.
Mr. Speaker, really good news. Today we announce our commitment to procure the Global Eye SAB's Airborne Early Warning Control aircraft platform. This investment will open new opportunities for Canadian workers, and it's projected to create 3,000 jobs in the Canadian aerospace and defence sector, Mr. Speaker. This is going to be a key resource for the Canadian Armed Forces to enhance our North American security by detecting and deterring threats across the Arctic and beyond. Mr. Speaker, we're just getting started.
The Honourable Member for York. The Honourable Member for York. Wait. I can't hear the Honourable Member. The Honourable Member for York Durham.
Mr. Speaker, my colleague begged the Liberals to try and have some respect for this place and answer the questions. But that's the essence of the scam. It's just illusions. The Liberals have figured out how to turn a gravel pit into a money pit. It's more costs, more debt, all on the national credit card. If everything is above board, everything is hunky-dory, as the minister claims, why not table in the House the lease agreement? Give us the details. And while he's at it, maybe he could explain why it's Liberal insiders who lobbied for it, Liberal insiders who will benefit from it. So will the minister come clean today and give us a copy of the agreement?
The Honourable Minister of National Defence.
Mr. Speaker, here's some facts. They don't want to hear them, but here are the facts. Enhanced recruitment up 61%, highest in 30 years. Biggest pay raises in a generation. Major infrastructure renewal on 33 bases. New rifles, new kit, new uniforms for women, 7,500 new housing units, 800 of which are under construction. Serious investments in Arctic offshore patrol ships, P-8 maritime patrol aircrafts, 11 new Sky Guardian drones, space-based polar communications, Arctic over-the-horizon radar. Mr. Speaker, we're just getting started. Yes.